When Fu Sa instinctively broke his wife's arm to protect Bai Yue Guang, everyone was stunned. Even he looked at the open palm in confusion. He just wanted to stop his wife from going crazy and never thought he would hurt her. Fu Sha panicked and wanted to touch her hand, but dared not, with a look of guilt on his face as he said, "Mianmian, I didn't mean to, I'll take you to see a doctor." Yun Mianmian's hand twisted strangely, she gritted her teeth and remained silent, but tears flowed silently. She raised her eyes and looked at the man indifferently, enduring the pain, saying, "Fu Sha, let's get divorced. I'll leave the house clean, as long as we're together." Tuan Tuan ran over at some point and rushed forward to punch and kick Fu Sa and An Qing, glaring at them fiercely. "Bad dad. Dad bullies mom, he's a villain. You go live with the bad aunt, I don't want dad anymore." Fu's tongue pressed against the posterior alveolar ridge, and his hands tightly held onto Tuan Tuan's shoulders, his eyes darkening. "Yun Mianmian, look at how you teach your child? He's so young and has become a shrew like you." And Qing glanced at the reporter in the corner, curled her lips, and tugged at Fu Sha's hem. "Asha, forget it. Tuan Tuan is still young, and she learns whatever Yun teaches. Don't argue with her." Fu Sa glanced coldly at Yun Mianmian and said, "When will you be as sensible as Qing er?" As soon as he finished speaking, he left with An Qing without looking back. Tuan Tuan squatted down to wipe away Yun Mianmian's tears and urgently comforted her, "Mom won't cry, I'll protect her in the future." Yun Mianmian's throat twitched, and he trembled as he embraced Tuan Tuan in his arms. On Fu's birthday, it was also the award ceremony of the Chinese Golden Melody Awards. With only an hour left until the ceremony began, the term Fu Sha's hidden marriage wife skyrocketed to the top of the trending list. Fu Sa, who was heading to the scene, flipped through the comments on the internet with a gloomy expression that almost dripped water. Agent Zhou Yan was so angry that he cursed loudly. After a while, he sighed and spoke up. "Asha Ge, we can't hide the secret marriage. The only party at fault can only be Yun Mianmian, otherwise your future will be ruined and you will face high liquidated damages. Yun Mianmian is not an artist, don't worry about fame. She loves you so much and will definitely understand you." Fu Sa thought of Yun Mianmian's sorrowful eyes, and suddenly felt restless in her heart. He stared at the group photo of the family of 3 on his phone and remained silent for a long time. He clenched his phone tightly and spoke in a muffled voice, "Got it." On the other hand, Yun Mianmian held onto Tuan Tuan, who was in high fever shock, and hurriedly drove to the hospital. As soon as she got off the car at the hospital entrance, she was surrounded by a large group of fans of Fu Sha and An Qing. "Yun Mianmian, how can you be worthy of Fu Zhu, you splash people? You shameless woman, go die. Fu Sa, it's our An Qing." The scene was in chaos, with some people smashing eggs and others directly teaching lessons. They all wished they could tear off a piece of flesh from her. Yun Mianmian was pushed back and forth, but she always carefully protected Tuan Tuan in her arms. Tuan Tuan moaned in discomfort, struggled to open his eyes, and whispered, "Mom." Yun Mianmian bent over and knelt on the ground to protect Tuan Tuan. His vision gradually blurred, but he kept murmuring in his mouth, "Please, my Tuan Tuan is sick. Let her go see a doctor. Please, I kowtow to you, save my daughter. I will divorce Fu Sa, please spare my daughter." She spoke incoherently, kowtowing heavily, and time again, blood seeped out of her forehead, but she was unaware and only repeated her movements numbly. "Stop, she's bleeding." I don't know who shouted in the crowd, but everyone looked at each other and dispersed in terror. Someone finally came to their senses and immediately shouted loudly at the hospital entrance, "Doctor! Come quickly, help!" The medical staff rushed over and saw Yun Mianmian's forehead stained with blood, but still kneeling on the ground in a protective posture, protecting the child in his arms. Despite being accustomed to life and death, everyone was still shocked by the scene in front of them. The medical staff quickly put Tuan Tuan on a stretcher and pushed him to the emergency room, and Yun Mianmian stumbled along. The wound on Yun Mianmian's forehead still oozed blood, and she casually wiped it, staring intently at the red light on the emergency room. Half an hour later, the emergency lights went out. Yun Mianmian's heart suddenly skipped a beat. The doctor walked out of the emergency room with a heavy face. Yun Mianmian walked over quickly and tremblingly asked, "Doctor, how are you? Where's my Tuan Tuan? Please accept my apologies, it's too late. We have already done our best." Yun Mianmian was struck by lightning, and his face instantly lost its color.